Hello everyone, welcome back to IndianCoding.com. Today we are going to study about PHP, Ajax and PHP. So let's see what is it. So Ajax is used to create more interactive applications. The following example will demonstrate how a web page can communicate with the web server while user type character is an input field. Okay, so here I am going to give you one explained example how to do that. First, I have given the HTML format, and inside that I will write all the details. Okay, so here first I am going to give the paragraph. For example, inside the paragraph I am just writing start typing a name in the input field below. Okay, this is the information I have provided for the paragraph right now. Okay, so now we will work on how this particular code is going to work. First, let me write all the program, then I will explain how this particular program works. Fine. Inside that, I will create the form, and because we need to create the input. So first, let me write the action here, and label will be created for the first name. Okay. So for first name, and then the first name will be written. After that, next one we are having is this much things we have created. The first name is created. Now let me give you the input for this particular thing. Okay, so the input type will be given as a text, and then ID or the name is F name, and I will provide the ID. ID will be the first name only. Okay, so the ID I have provided, all things are provided here. Okay, and the next thing we are going to write is on key up. So in that case, we just write in this inside the tag on key up, and that is show hint bracket this value. Okay, so this much things we have written. Fine. Okay, I have mentioned all the details now. Now these are completed. Now let me give you one more form how to create that. Inside this form, I can also suggest so many other things. Okay, so I hope you understood this much that we need to create it. Next paragraph, I will just write suggestion. Pan, and inside that ID text hint. Okay. So once I'll run this particular code now, then you will be able to understand, or I will be able to tell you what I am writing. So since this much, I hope you understood that we are creating an input name and the suggestions are providing and all these things are going to return here. So let me write some function. So you will be able to understand what this is going to work. Okay. So inside the function body, I will just mention the code document get element ID by ID and text dot inner HTML. Okay, these are the things I have mentioned. Fine, then we will write return okay. Before that, we have to mention the string length. The string length is mentioned here. Bracket I will just write after this. Okay. And then else variable XML HTTP new XML HTTP request. This is the format how to create it. This is the first example I am writing here. So the function is triggered by the on key up event. So here on screen the show what is the show hint of. So when a user type character is in the input field, a function is called show hint. Okay, so that is why we are mentioning the show hint in the last session. Okay, so Now next we are writing XML HTTP on ready state change function of the bracket if this dot ready state equal to 4 ampersand this dot status equal to 200. Okay, fine. These are the details we have mentioned here. Again, we will just write document dot get element by ID text hint dot inner HTML this response text just right here. Okay, this much is completed. Yeah, so all the brackets are closed and then we checked the details. Yes. Okay. So let me see if there is any error. No, not yet. All the brackets are correct. Yeah. After checking, we just need to check where do I need to put the semicolon or not. So because if there is any mistake, there will be an error. So we have to check. Enough. We will write the get here. Get and get. Get hint dot PHP. Fine. These details I have mentioned. So what is the meaning of this code? So first check if the input field is empty. The string length is equal to 0. If it is clear, then the context of the text hint placeholder and exit the function. So create the XML HTTP request as we have created. Create the function to be executed when the server response is ready. Fine. And then send a request off to the PHP file that is gethint.php that I mentioned just now. Okay, after mentioning that, what is going to happen? Notice the queue parameter is added to the URL. Okay, so we have mentioned the queue variable over there. So, and the string variable holds the content of the input. So here we have mentioned all the arrays that is required. Fine. So these are the details we need to put. After writing all these details, what we need to do, we need to get the output for this. So what we are going to write, we are going to write all these things that we have already studied in the last lecture. So what we are going to write, we have to work on this queue because queue, what is queue here? Queue is the thing that will help, that will notice the parameter which we added to the URL. Okay, so it will help us to know all the URLs that we need to work on. So that is why we are writing like this. So let me create a page as a get hint. Fine. Let me just see if there is something missing or not. All are working properly. So just reload it. Okay. The first name is going to be written here. Suggestions are A. So how to, you can provide so many suggestions. Whatever the alphabet you will write, there are few suggestions will be available. So that is what we were trying to create. Okay. So now on screen, if you're writing D, it is automatically providing the names related to the D, names related to the E, and these are the details. Okay. So that is what we were trying to create. So once you see this particular program now, then you will be able to see how we are doing. That is what ajax in ajax works because what is going to happen, it will update automatically. Okay, what if you're writing D, it will update and will let you know what are the details available related to D. Okay, that is what we were trying to say. So I have provided all the names here. That is why it is providing with the help of that. Okay. So I hope you understood this much. All you need to do is just need to write the characters, and then once you'll see this particular program, then you will be able to understand. this is kind of lengthy, but you just need to work on. Then you will be able to understand how to get it. So here the cute thing will help you to get all the details together in the URL. Okay, so just check this program once, and then you will be able to understand how to work it. So the length will be required, and the name should be written. The length will be required because what kind of length you are going to write and everything, there should be a any length to be written. Okay. So for example, I'm just writing Z because no name is available from Z and Y. So they are just saying no suggestions are available. So that is what we were trying to do. So I hope you understood how to create it. If you're going to add any, just for example, I am going to add any name. Okay. And then we will see. I have already updated all the details. So once you'll just suggest this name, what is going to name? The name is going to occur there. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. Okay. That's all for today's class. Tomorrow we'll study about more features related to PHP. Thank you so much.